Do 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 do. But do 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 do. Wow, got a little snow out there. Just a little dusting. You can only see it, and can't see it on the road, but on the grass in the distance, you can see a little bit of snow on the cars. Didn't know we were supposed to get any snow today. Such a pretty day yesterday. It's amazing we are. Just waking up. I am just waking up. I mean, I've been up for, I don't know, 15 minutes, I guess, but woke up a couple hours ago. I worked last night and almost got up at 5:15. Thought better of it. Laid in bed for a little longer and was able to drift back off for 2 heavenly hours more of sleep. Would have been nice to still be laying there. Would have been nice to still be laying there. I have a tentative schedule to meet a guy out who's got some potential furniture for me, so I'm probably gonna meet him out this morning, so I wanted to hop on live. Say good morning to you guys. Light my candle. Light your candle. Light the candle in life. Doesn't really do a whole lot of good saving things for a special day. My sister passed a couple weeks ago, and we just had the service for her this weekend. And this wasn't something she did, but it just reminds me that life is short, and enjoy what you have, whether it's a candle or a nice bottle of wine or I don't know, just enjoy what you have, because life goes pretty quickly. And I'm brewing up a pot of coffee. Got a new flavor. My Starbucks Sumatra was running low. Went to the store yesterday, went to my very first Pick and Save. I think I'm gonna like it. It's similar to a Kroger's, but a Mariano's, which is a nice grocery store where I grew up in the western suburbs. And they got some cool things. They got a little shopping area where you can buy kitchen stuff. And they had my coffee maker on sale for $20. $20. I spent 25. They had my skillet on sale for like 25. I spent about 30. Can I show you my skillet? It's kind of dirty, but that's okay. Skillets are kind of meant to be kind of dirty. I'm waiting for the coffee to brew, so. Oh, check out this bad boy. It's got a little hamburger grease in the bottom, but that's okay. It's a Lodge. It's heavy as heck. It's the only pan I own. Almost sounds like a commercial for it. It's the only pan I use. It's not true. I just had to buy one, and this thing lasts forever. I mean, it's only lasted 2 weeks. I had one for like 15 years. I lost it. I don't want to go into that right now. But anyway, so I was at this store yesterday and did some little deeper grocery shopping. Good morning or bonjour. Good morning, Chapter Chaser. Hello, Tutor. Hello, Lucas. Hello, Series. Spent a little more money than I anticipated. It's hard moving into a new place with no stuff and not spending money. I mean, I know that skillet only costs $30, but you times that by 50, the coffee maker only costs $30. There's been many trips to the store where I bought what I considered were necessities and spent $100+. Yesterday was one of them. I mean, I need to eat. Excited about what I bought. Bought a 3-pound bag or 2.5 pounds of ground beef and quesadillas and sour cream and some green salsa. I love making fajitas. They're so easy and so delicious. You speak English almost as well as a native speaker. Well done, Ken. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. I've gotten a lot of practice speaking English, almost to the point you'd believe I'm a native speaker. Where am I? I'm in Wisconsin. I'm in my one-bedroom apartment in Wisconsin. But more importantly, what am I doing? I was sitting here waiting for my coffee to get brewed, and it just did. So good morning, good morning, good morning to you. My name's Ken Tracy, and this is Coffee with Ken. It is Monday morning. It is April 7th. It is 7:37 a.m. Happy Monday. This is a show I've been doing for quite some time. It is a show about me talking. It is a show about me sharing some feelings, kind of sharing the ups and downs one man has as he goes through his journey that is life. It's just a show about me talking and getting my day started, getting my caffeine on, and hopefully making a little progress, hopefully making a little difference, hopefully get a little better every day, and growing as a human being in front of an audience. Sometimes growth takes a while, but that's okay. It doesn't matter how fast you're going as long as you're moving forward. So my coffee just finished brewing. I'm gonna go get some. I would encourage you to take a break from your phone. If it's morning where you're at, go get up and get yourself some coffee. I'll be back in 30 seconds. Hello again. Hello again. Look at the steam coming up over the camera. That's kind of a nice effect. Let's see. Stoic living is great. Homemade coffee is significantly cheaper than store-bought. You mean store-bought is in like Starbucks Fit from Fat? Yeah, you'll spend, $3.50 on a coffee at Starbucks, but I'll tell you what, it still seems like a great value to me. You hang out there. For me, it's one of my biggest social activities, going to a coffee shop and drinking some coffee for an hour or two and editing some videos and striking up conversation or people watching or just relaxing a little bit. So I think it's pretty good money well spent, but it is nice drinking my coffee at home and having a pot here. Let's see. I need energy for the gym, somebody says. Maybe make a commitment to yourself to not work out very hard at the gym today. Just go do an easy workout at the gym. Because if you go in with the mindset that it's just going to be an easy workout, I think the gym actually gives you energy. And you do a set of lighter weights or fewer reps or what have you, and you end up building up a little momentum and feeling good. I think the reason you think you need energy is in your mind, you're probably going to go to a really hard workout. Thinking you're going to go do a really hard workout sounds hard. Go and just, do 10 minutes on the treadmill or stretch, do a little yoga, do some light sets, and, unless you're competing for something or training hard for some athletic event, I think so many of us think we need to go kill ourselves at the gym to the point it doesn't feel good. Or I mean, it feels good when you're done, but I think the key, like everything else, is just moving forward and getting a little better. And I've really been enjoying going to the gym for the last couple of years now. I'm not out. I'm 56. I don't need to kill myself. I'm not going to run any more marathons or do any more. I mean, never did any lifting competitions, but just don't need to kill myself at the gym. But I need to stay fit and get a little better every day. But anyway, for those that have been watching for a while, you know the show is not just a show about me talking. Hello, John B. I was thinking about you this morning. I was. It's also a show about me sharing my love of coffee. And with that in mind, I got a nice hot cup of coffee in front of me. And I am so excited to have my first sip. My hope is wherever you are and whatever you're doing, that you got a hot cup of coffee in front of you as well. Cheers to us. It's the hazelnut. Been drinking the Starbucks Sumatra for the last almost 2 weeks, week and a half since I moved in. It was the first thing I bought. I bought a coffee maker, some coffee filters, and a big bag of Starbucks Sumatra. Oh, it was running low. I might only have a pot left of that. Then ran out to the store. I like good values, and there was no it wasn't that it wasn't a good value. I didn't find any interesting flavor. There was a Starbucks mocha, I believe, or a vanilla and a caramel. None of those really intrigued me so much. So I ended up getting an 8 o'clock coffee hazelnut flavor, and my first 2 sips are delightful. I feel like accumulating more coffees. It's fun having a few different varieties. There was a period in there I had like 6 bags of coffee when I was doing my show, and sometimes that got a little too many choices. I like having like 2 or 3 different ones. I'm having a little sip of coffee. Oh, so how you guys doing? How you feeling? How'd you sleep? I'm feeling good, and I slept well. Only woke up, I think, once during the night, which is unusual for me. And here I am right in front of you. Somebody says instant coffee only. What is it, instant coffee? Is that where it like dissolves in the water and it becomes coffee? I mean, it's a great idea. Sounds chemically. It's chemical-like. Whatever works. Somebody's saying tea. Hello, Kevin Martinez. How are you? Hello, Ivana. Let's see. Well, we got John Joe, I think, here. And John Joe is my market watcher. And I think it's John Joe that does my market watching. And I looked on my phone at the CNBC app this morning just to see what the markets were doing. It looks like they're going to open down big again. And I was thinking if I had investable money, I'd probably sprinkle on a position or 2 right now. I'd probably say I had $100,000 and sitting there in cash, which I don't. But if I did, I might put $20,000 of it to work and pick up, I don't know, some really beaten down stock or 2. I think Tesla's probably looking cheap at $226, and a couple other companies out there probably would be interesting if I did a little more research, thought about it a little bit more. But I'm not saying now is the time to put all your money to work, because I bet the market does go lower. I think there was a lot of damage done to the economy over the last 4 years, and I didn't know what it was going to look like coming out of it, but I almost think this is what needs to happen. And I think there's still more air to take out of the balloon right now, but I figure, I guess I don't know why I think 226 is a good value for Tesla, but I think the pain is getting pretty harsh for it. Could it go lower? Oh yeah. Could the stock market go lower? Oh yeah. Could craziness happen all over the world? Oh yeah. And I think we're kind of seeing it. Halliburton is $19, $20 year trend shows it usually in the 40 to 50 range. Am I that YouTuber as you look like him? You think I'm a different YouTuber than I am? I'm not a different YouTuber. I'm me. Again, I've talked about it before. The funny thing it's weird that people would, well, I guess I just don't get it. Like somebody said, am I Tiny Tim? I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm old. I'm just me. My name's Ken Tracy. I drink coffee in the morning. I think about things. I talk about things. I do things. But you guys usually see me when I'm thinking and talking about things. But yeah, no, I'm just me, and I talk about what I talk about. And for some reason, it seems I have a group of people that enjoys watching me talk. It feels like there is a pause waiting to see what will happen. I expect development teams to be planned over the Q4 seeking, I don't know what you mean, Doge for development project hit lists. I don't know exactly what that means, fit from fat, and I'm just a little distant from it. But I think, honestly, you could be the best trader or investor if you are a little distant, because you're not caught up in the day-to-day, every soundbite or every word that Trump says or anything Warren Buffett or Jamie Dimon might say, and you might get wigged out. I think if you have a distant look at investments in the market, and you can kind of feel it. There was some pain the end of last week, and it looks like the market's going to hurt a little bit this morning. And you can kind of imagine, as a guy that used to trade a lot and stare at the screen a lot, but you can kind of imagine what all the people that are watching CNBC and watching their stock quotes, what they're feeling. And oh my gosh, is there going to be a trade war? Is this going to happen? Is that going to happen? Oh my gosh, I wish I would have sold a week ago. I had such a big profit. And oh my gosh, what's going to happen? And when you kind of add up all those oh my goshes, you can feel the fear in the market and usually make a choice from it. Oil and gas firms planning new projects theoretically next year. I bet you gas goes down a lot in price. And I guess oil will too. Bumpy Johnson, I'm a Canadian that supported Trump. For the first time in my life, 35, I'm interested in investing in stocks. It'd be probably bumpy. I don't know if you're like me and you have no money or you have some money. I bet you buying a little bit, not all your money. The problem is when I was a stockbroker or investor, I put it all in every day. So I never had any dry powder. It'd be nice to have a little bit of dry powder. And again, I think the market's probably going to go lower. But if I bought some now, I'd feel pretty good about it. Oh, it's nice. So it looks like it's kind of a wet, snowy day. I mean, it's April. I'm in Wisconsin. Wouldn't be surprised to get a little snow in Wisconsin in April. The world's alive. The cars are moving around. I saw some people are parking their car in the parking lot across the street and heading off for the day. It's funny with my work schedule. I usually start work in the afternoon and work till the evening. So I'm kind of opposite of what the traditional work schedule is for most people, and kind of like it. Kind of like what I do and where I'm at. The successful stock people should make a mini venture co-style side company. I don't know what any of that means, James Craig. I'm not saying you're wrong. I just don't know what you mean. I don't know what you're talking about, frankly. Hey, what do you guys think of my little painting over there? I don't know if you can see it. It says Coffee with Ken. Cheers. Friend made it for me. I'm going to give you a little tour of my place. I just moved in. It's very empty. And I'm loving it. And I was going to tentatively scheduled to meet a dude at his place. He's got some furniture he thinks I could use. I could use a kitchen table. I could use a dresser. I did laundry yesterday. Hello from Indonesia. Did laundry yesterday. It's hard to keep your underwear and your socks and your t-shirts and stuff organized or looking good. I mean, I guess who really cares? It's just me living here. I mean, I care a little bit. It's not a huge concern. It's not a huge concern. It's nothing to set up another smaller local business up or even start up while you have high stocks and get residuals. Compartment things are good. Residual income while doing stock. Not sure if I'm looking at it wrong though. Well, I'd say, James, I appreciate what you're saying and your thoughts. I think if you're set up a business just for the sake of setting up a business, that business is likely to fail. But I think if you have a passion for a business or a desire to run a coffee shop or whatever, you're going to have a lot more likely chance to succeed in it. Fit from Fat says IKEA. I've done some furniture shopping, but I have a lot of financial responsibilities. I found the furniture I wanted and know what I want, and I'm okay kind of waiting a little bit for it or working really hard to get it while covering my financial responsibilities. I'm twice divorced. I got 4 beautiful kids. Generate a little revenue every day, creating content and talking on YouTube, and work pretty hard every afternoon and evening, or not every, but most. And headed in the right direction, and that feels pretty good. Jesus loves me. Has anyone ever said you sound like Kevin Nealon? Well, if they haven't, you definitely do. I mean, I may have heard Kevin Nealon. I hear all sorts of things in terms of who I sound like or who I look like. Oh. Hello, Gemini. How are you? Somebody said bald head looking very demure. I think I'm pretty intelligent, and I've got a pretty good vocabulary. I'm not totally sure what demure means. I'll take it as a compliment. I'm doing real well. I'm feeling good. I'm just getting going. and kind of staggered out here this morning from a bedroom, and committed to starting talking at 7:30. And again, I'm tentatively scheduled to meet a guy at 8:30 or so. He texted me yesterday and said, hey, we could meet up. And I go, yeah, it sounds great. What time? I'd love to take a look. He goes, probably 8:30. I don't think you can meet somebody at a place that you don't know, probably at a certain time. So I'm assuming we're going to focus that time in. And I probably won't be there at 8:30. Where am I from? I am from the western suburbs of Chicago originally. I spent most of my life there. Just about 2 months ago, after a really painful second divorce, I realized staying where I was wasn't really helping anybody, and decided to check out Wisconsin. I sold my scooter. I loaded up my car, which is a Kia Soul, by the way. It's white. It's a 2025. I really like it. I've had some really nice cars. I love my Kia Soul, though. It's kind of fun. And drove up to Wisconsin, stayed at a friend in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, and for 5 days, and realized Oshkosh was a little small for me, and heard of this town named Appleton, and moved up here, I think on February 19th. And I was staying in a hotel. I found a job. I've been working hard. I found an apartment. I'm really feeling good in this town and enjoying a lot. Somebody's saying the speakers are nice in the Kia Soul. I wouldn't expect that, but it has a radio. And I think with cars these days, they all can hook up into your phone and connect to your phone. So, I don't know. You have the power of technology working for you. I doubt the speakers are as good in this car as they were in my last car. Yeah. Oh, it's nice. I'm almost ready for another cup of coffee. I am almost ready for another cup of coffee. Feeling kind of peaceful right now. Don't want to be in a hurry. I think when I woke up at 5:30, I slightly resented the need that I had to rush. You know, I didn't want to rush. I was fortunate to not need to, and was able to go back to sleep. The chat is too limited for me to ask these questions the way I want to. Well, James, I don't know what you mean with that either. You can ask any question. If I don't understand it, I probably won't give you a good answer, and I might not even have a good answer. I don't have all the answers. I mean, I can think, and I can give a best guess. Well, Gemini, thank you so much for subscribing to me. I go live every morning, and again, I just sit here and drink coffee and talk about whatever comes to mind and let my thoughts roll. I've got lots of thoughts. Cheers to my thoughts. If I had an investor, I could compensate my short fiscal income with the investment to apply for a higher credit line. Well, James Craig, you're really thinking about this. You're really thinking about this to get propriety, and now we both have an investment mutual in the property. I don't know what it is, the way you write, James Craig. It almost feels you're slightly speaking a different language than me. Have you considered writing a book? I am, and looking for motivation. Well, Fit from Fat, let me give you a motivation. Write one line of your book today. Write the first word. Sit down at your desk and write out how you'd start your book. And then your book has begun. I thought about writing a book, but this is kind of my book. This is kind of my book. Yeah. Maybe each one of these shows is a little chapter. And when I write, I tend to write free-flowing ideas, just kind of words that pop up, and kind of do a mix of poetry / inspiration / just free thinking. And that's kind of what my videos are as well. You know, I don't really worry too much about the topic or the subject matter or entertaining you guys at all, really. I think I used to feel more pressure to be more entertaining. But now I don't worry about it. I think the less you worry about, it sounds crazy, but the less you worry about the art you are performing, the more from the heart it comes, and the more pure it is, and maybe the more beautiful it will be. Yeah. Hello, Nasty. How are you? I'm going to go get a little more coffee. I told you guys to go brew yourself some coffee. Now I'd suggest we all take a break and go get a second cup. Hold on. Oh! Let's see. Let me see. Still thinking about the book you want to write, Fit from Fat. I think if you're ready, the words will flow and the words will come out easily. And if you're not ready, you'll sit and you'll write a line and you'll scribble it through it and cross it off and go, that's no good, or I don't like that, or what am I going to talk about, or what have you, and the book won't come out. But I think when you're ready to write, the writing will happen a little bit. And yeah. Got a little burning sounds from my coffee maker. Physical action is also important, somebody says. Movement. I think with movement, there's an implied next step. And I just think taking that next step, I tell you, for anybody struggling out there, is key. I find myself at times going, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? And the best answer is usually take that very next step, whatever it may be. Get up, go get some coffee, go brush your teeth, make your bed, put your shoes on, walk out the door, whatever. Just that next step. Because when you get going, yeah, good things usually happen. I love how that steam looks. Yesterday was so pretty. The sky was blue, and I was out here a little earlier, and the sun rose during the show. And the blue sky was so beautiful. You can find beauty in the clouds, beauty in the snowflakes, beauty in the cold weather. Not only find it, but be thankful for it. Oh, and I am thankful for that coffee, let me tell you. Christian says they are so beaten down, too exhausted to do anything, what to do then? Well, Christian, here's what I'll say to you. You're not too exhausted to do anything. But you are defining anything as a big accomplishment, like going to the gym or getting a new job or finding a new relationship or what have you. You need to make anything smaller. And for you, maybe anything should be getting a cup of water and drinking some water. Because certainly, Christian, you have the energy to go get a cup of water and drink some water. And I think that might be your next step. And suddenly you'll be sitting there above your sink with a cup of water and you'll go, okay, now I'm hydrated and I'm out of bed. What's my next step? Well, I haven't gotten out of bed for 3 days. Maybe I should go brush my teeth. Okay, teeth brushed, hydrated. Now what's my next step? Go to the bathroom, take a shower, put on a new shirt, put on some socks, put on your shoes, go for a walk. I think we define our next step in life as some major achievement, like writing a book or getting in great shape or losing 50 pounds or becoming financially successful or independent or buying a home. And there's so many tiny little steps between now or between today and any of those achievements that if you break them down to a smaller step, things suddenly get clear. Depression makes me exhausted just surviving at this point. Well, I get that. But you're at least talking about it. So it sounds like you want to stop being depressed, I'm assuming. Sometimes you get so down, you don't even realize you want to get out of that feeling. Yeah. So maybe you saying you're exhausted and you're just surviving is that next step for you, Christian. Maybe your next step should be subscribing to my show. Keep going, Paulie says. That is true. My dad doesn't talk much, doesn't offer many inspirational words, but after my first divorce during my first divorce, I was sitting with him at breakfast, and I said, Dad, I don't know what to do. And he said, keep going. Keep going. Hunter and Patty said, give your depression to Jesus. I think, Hunter and Patty, that's a hard thing to comprehend for somebody that's not there. If that makes sense. Because somebody that's not there won't know what you mean. There was a point just about 6 years ago, when I started doing Coffee with Ken, I was living in my dark apartment, and I was a realtor, and I was missing my girlfriend at the time, and my house, and my dog, and was worried about everything. And I said, I cannot handle all these worries. Worrying about them won't do a damn bit of good. And I was able to put them down and eventually started going to church a little more regularly. By the way, I went to the Alliance Church again here in Appleton, Wisconsin. It was my second time there. There was a pastor that did a great job talking yesterday. And made me feel so much better about the church. And because I went there a few weeks ago and wasn't moved, but I think sometimes pastors have the ability to connect the Bible to life in a way that resonates with the listener, and yesterday he sure did. Hello from the Philippines, how are you? Paulie says, salespeople are slimy. Tiptoe in the Tulips. Isn't that a song? Tiptoe. I think that's a song. Let's have a little more coffee. Oh, I'll tell you what. We talked about keeping going and moving forward, Christian. You watch my show. There's been many times I've been struggling and it's been hard pressed to do my show and didn't feel like it and was crying before I started or was crying on the show. But again, somebody mentioned consistency and moving forward a little bit. I've done a really good job of being consistent and moving forward and struggled a lot over the last 6 years. I found myself living in a car 2 times. One was an Audi A6, one was a Kia Soul. And I don't know. I managed to keep going. I try and draw inspiration from a bunch of different things in life. And my brother Steve took his life about 3 years ago, and he did not keep going. And I saw what happened in the aftermath of that and felt the feelings and felt regret. And I was just one part of that tiny story. I was one tiny part of that big story. And his decisions inspired me to make different decisions. Outlaw King said, they never found God in church, but you see them everywhere out in nature. I think you can see God everywhere. You can see God in your cup of coffee or in the snowflakes or in the creaking of my chair. Hello, Mary Jane. How are you? Are you a fan of the Stoics? Paulie said. Never read anything, but I've been listening to a lot of audio on YouTube about the Stoics. So, yeah, Christian, sorry to hear that. And you can look at it and get down by that, Christian. Christian just said his sister took her life as well. And it'd be easy to get bummed out and depressed about that, or you can feel the sadness that her making that decision put on your life and the lives of people around you, and you can go, I don't want to make that decision. I don't want to make that decision. Oh. Don't Stoics advise as being quiet? Heard a Stoic video of 7 times they thought you should speak up. Thought that was kind of interesting. But yeah, silence is a big thing for Stoics. Silence is a big thing for Stoics. We can't all be Stoic. What a quiet world it would be. Yeah, you said, and Christian, I apologize for bringing your personal stuff into it. You said you don't want to end up like her, but start thinking about what you do want to end up like. I don't know how old you are, Christian, but I'm 56, and I'd like to make as much of a difference or big as an impact or help the most people or enjoy the sunrises and the cups of coffee and the extra sleep I got. And I want to enjoy life. Life goes quickly. Again, my sister passed 2 weeks ago. She died after a short battle with breast cancer. And 6 months ago, she was totally fine. And, you know, tomorrow's not promised. And I know those thoughts won't get you out of feeling down, but realize that you can do more than lay around your house and be bummed out or stressed out or worried about all sorts of things. Commit to getting a little better. Get in better shape, eat healthier, stop drinking alcohol, stop smoking weed, shake veterans' hands. Be thankful. Be thankful. Realize you have control over your thoughts. My mind still goes into the negative all the time, but at least I catch it now and go, okay, Ken, you're thinking about things that are bothering you or you're worried about or you're scared about. let's stop that train of thought and let's think about how thankful I am for this coffee, or the 53 people I'm watching right now, or the 28 thumbs up, or the fact that a successful guy I know only a little bit is willing to meet me this morning and I don't know, see if he's got some furniture for me. Let's see. Christian, I was at the end 5 years ago, found an outlet I knew, a direction to move forwards. Yeah, I think the commitment to moving forward, fit from fat, is key. Because I think a lot of us wobble in and out of throwing in the towel and giving up, and the years pass. And now every day I kind of feel like I move forward with purpose, and not every day is a gangbuster day, but I think about yesterday. I worked out, I worked hard at work, I worked out physically, and I went to church. You know, that's 3 checked boxes, and moving forward in lots of ways, and what have you. Let's see, is coffee bad for you? No, coffee's not bad for you. All right, you're 58, so you're about my age. I think you're healing right now just talking about it, Christian. Christian said he's 58, and at this point in his life, it's hard just to exist. Because you don't have any purpose, Christian. You don't have any reason. And you're not grateful for the things that are around you. And I'm not judging, I'm just hearing you. And I'll tell you what, if you move forward with just little goals and with a little gratitude, and again, I know they sound like words when you're in the depths of depression, empty words, but they're not. You'll be laying in bed and you'll be thinking, woe is me, or I hate this person, or wow, I don't like my job, or oh my gosh, I got tons of bills. And I am telling you, you can change your thoughts and start thinking about how lucky you are to have the bed you're sleeping in. But it's Monday morning. It is 8:20. What is the purpose of life? I don't know if existential is the word. Meant to be lived, to be experienced, to be felt. What is the purpose of life? I was just at church yesterday. I think my pastor would bring Jesus into that answer a little bit. People are talking about tariffs again. I think that's all going to get worked out. Good morning, 14 Marathon. No, my windows don't open. And the floor I'm on is some sort of tile. And my windows don't open. But I still love them. They're big and huge. It'd be nice if they did. I told my property manager to build a deck or a balcony out there. I don't think they're going to, but it'd be really nice if they did. Kind of ruined my life. No support system at all. Okay, Christian, you got to change that thought. It didn't ruin your life, your divorce. It sent it off in a new direction. Somebody's saying the Mission Church in downtown Appleton is great. Well, I went to Alliance Church yesterday. It was my second time there. So, anyway, it's 8:21. I have tentative plans to meet a gentleman at 8:30, and would like to nail those plans down a little bit. So I'm going to wrap it up with one more sip of coffee. But it's Monday morning, and I had a busy but productive weekend, and I hope you did as well. And I'm looking forward to my Monday and whatever I may accomplish, and drinking the rest of this coffee, and feeling gratitude about the little things. And I hope you do as well. I hope you had a great night's sleep, that you're feeling good, that you're loving yourself, that you're forgiving yourself. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.